Hi Libra, if you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Earlier in the month, I created an ink blot made in your name in essence, bookmark style, and we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities for shapes and symbols that speak to our psyche and psychic senses. Libra as well, we're going to add on tarot and oracle. And where Mr. Ghost Gift is here, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely. All right. Librarians, I'm going to take a moment to open up here, but you're welcome to start scrying to see what you see, sense, and feel. Feel well to comment below or keep to yourself. You also have an angel number and a talisman of balanced emotions. You can also open up with me if you'd like. Taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Libra Collective. Libras, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Hopefully you're not feeling in danger in any way, shape, or form. All right.
Pain.
There's a bundle here. And this bundle feels like a person, and maybe it is a part of my pain. I have strong boundaries around it, that's for sure. Okay, so there's an opening. There's a path into this space, and then an opening out. Whatever this is, Libras, that may be for you. Whatever you might, this bundle that you might be have been protecting, whether it's a person, a part of yourself. I'm also seeing somebody that might have actually have a bundle of something. I don't know what this is, if it's old magic, new magic, something sacred. Maybe it has certain stones in it, or herbs, or just simply items that represent something. Okay, somebody also might have given me something, because I'm seeing this conversation here, but I'm seeing the other person. I don't know if this is you or what this interaction is or who's who in it. Somebody's handing something, like, do you want this? And then the other person has their hands behind their back and they're like, no thanks. No thanks. I'm good. Do you know that saying for baseball? And I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to give it a shot. And seeing the baseball diamond, elderly. But it's like, who's on first? Well, who's on first? No, what's on second? No, who's on first? What's on second? Why? It's something along that lines. It's some sort of verbal riddle. I've tried maybe to figure out where things are, but it's like the name of something is confusing in a comedic sort of way. I'm not going to lie. But where, who's, where, when, why? Who's, where, when, why? And I can see it as a square, or I can see it as a diamond. But there's something in this center. I'm also seeing the penguin, if that symbol means anything to you, a penguin as
hunger
in this whole analogy as the pitcher. So maybe this penguin might mean something to you. There's something very much so going on up here, and it won't quite seem to reveal it to myself, because it's almost like whatever this conversation is, I'm inevitably going to find, or maybe you have already, this, what is that? Oh, it's the shortstop. I think that's a baseball thing. Shortstop. And then a home run. And then a home run. Something about seahorses that are very, very large. Like, imagine if, the kraken, the kraken. What I'm seeing is a very large seahorse. Okay, now I'm also seeing the kraken because that's hilarious. And it's coming out of some sort of boulders or rocks underneath, almost like a mountain.
Worship.
I kind of feel like so I'm also seeing hooks. Okay, Libras, it's almost as if, and I understand here with balanced emotions in 12-12, and I'll read that in a second. What does it say? I am focused. It's like, yeah, maybe whipping something into shape. Like what you put your hooks in is very strong. What you decide to focus on is very strong. But okay, so it's like I'm coming out of a rock and a hard place. A rock and a hard place. And you came out like a diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough. Again, there's something about the wordage. Who's on what? No, what's on second? Why? What? Blah, 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 blah. Like some sort of tongue twister.
Knight.
Three of Cups. Yeah, this might be in relation to some sort of Lord of Abundance. It's almost like a tongue twister of maybe clarifying who's on first base. I'm not great at sport analogies, let alone fishing in the Kraken. But these seahorses come out. Sorry, and I know I'm all over the place, but it is what it is. And if you're here, I'm grateful for the space to yammer on. But always follow your own intuition first. Imagine if there was a lotus, whatever this lotus may mean to you. But the lotus petals are flames. I feel like somebody's really whipped themselves into shape in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe this is in holding a boundary in relation to other people, places, or things that are trying to like give me something I don't want. But they want me to have it, and I don't know why.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why they want me to have it. And that kind of like weirds me out a little bit. Like, why do you want me to have this so badly? Now, in some ways, I feel like it could be like like a material thing. Five of Pentacles, Lord of Materials. Like somebody's trying to give me something that they don't want, but they don't want it to just go away. So they hand it off to you as like a response, like an heirloom or something. I don't want this in my house, but you can have it, but don't get rid of it. And you're like, it takes away my freedom. You know what I mean? If you don't want it, you're the one holding on to it. You don't want it. You grateful that you've asked, but there's like conditions. Again, there's all like these conditions. And it's like, I feel like this is what they're trying to hand you. Possibly somebody in the family, because I'm seeing the barn swallows in there. And you know the drill. Libras, see, sense, and feel for yourself. Follow your own intuitions first. And if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. Your support truly is inspiring for me, and it warms my haunted heart. So thank you. See, I feel like your energy is in this celebratory space with these lotuses at the bases, including the shortstop. Okay, so I'm going to do my best here. So imagine like you're playing baseball, and forgive me if this is completely inaccurate, but it's the way I'm seeing it. Somebody wants to steal a base. So then the pitcher does something, or I don't know what's going on, these little cues and hints, but somebody wants to like steal a base, and I think you catch them. And again, it's not like it's part of it. It is a play in the game.
Only for you.
But they can't. It's like the shortstop, or I don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't work out for them. For you, it does, because again, it's like working on something and like doubling down your knowledge, or it's like an athlete that watches other athletes, or to figure out their plays so that they have the most amount of knowledge to respond versus react. Okay, I want to read your angel number here, which is 1212. 12 months. Again, also 1 + 2, 1 + 2, 3 3. It's a very masterful number. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality.
More.
And then balanced emotion. See, this is that response versus reaction. See, somebody wants to like distract you. Like, am I gonna take the base? Am I gonna take the base? And you're like, I trust who's on what's on second, third, five, I don't know, the bases. Because it's almost like there's an intuitive connection there. These could also be other people you have in your life, right? Whatever these bases are that you have covered, because you have the bases covered. You know, maybe it's your partner on first and your children on second, or one of your children. Your work is on third base, and home run is your home, where, you know, you fulfill certain roles or titles, whatever the case is. So I feel like you've got these bases. I don't know if somebody's very envious of you. Again, I'm coming back to the penguin as the pitcher. And it's almost like emotionally the Kraken's coming back in, along with the seahorses being the size of the Kraken, like they're comparable. Like the Kraken might, if I can imagine, it's like this massive, you know, octopi thing, and a seahorse might be wee, but I'm actually seeing them equal. Because it's like energetically to physical size, and energetically or intuitively, they're equal. Like in a space of sameness, even though one physical expression is smaller and one physical expression is larger, but the aura of the other one is larger, and then it's like the light inside of the spark in the Kraken is smaller. Does that make sense? I feel like it might make sense. Okay, so somebody's been exhausting themselves.
Sinner.
I don't think it's you. Eight of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. Again, I'm like running these bases. So much physical activity. Libras, it's hilarious. Maybe you play baseball or pickleball or whatever's really popular, or cricket, whatever's popular in your area, and you're looking forward to that. Like, again, it's like whipping yourself into shape. Practice. Whether it's even of the mind and you're watching plays of other things, to understand the game better, whatever base you're looking at. How can we get the house to run better? Or, you know, get the children involved to you know, take care of chores, or do their own laundry, or learn how to cook. Do you know what I'm saying? Or even at work, instead of micromanaging, where you give more responsibility to inspire them, and so that you can, you know, take some time off, or balance all your bases better. Also something about the Olympics. Like, I feel like I'm in Olympian energy, to be honest with you. That's probably a really great way of putting that. Olympian energy.
Man.
Something about like a really long legs as well. I don't know who that man is here. Oh, you know what it is? Okay. Again, forgive me if I'm wrong. The umpire. Like, safe. Or
dig.
Home run. That's what that is. You're safe. Lord of Rest from Strife, Four of Swords. You're safe. You're good. Yep. Justice. Oh my goodness, sorry. And then with the Empress and Justice here with it. So you're good. Because you've been doing all the work behind the scenes. Like, maybe you're working on your fitness. Maybe you're reading a lot. Maybe you've been really like looking at plans and contingency plans. This, that, or the other. What can we do? How to make the machine run really, really well. And you have been very prudent about this. Prudent. You've even looked at something from a completely other angle. And then I hear like, but in a nutshell.
Leave here.
Okay, sorry, Libras. Give me a second, because I'm actually seeing, like, right in here, I'm seeing a face. Like, when you come out triumphant, triumphant is literally the word I'm hearing. There is a face here that's kind of like, I want to say kicking and screaming, but I'm not seeing it kick, but I am seeing it scream. You've conquered something. You know, it could be a boulder of your own knowing. This doesn't have to be a physical person expressed in a particular way, or like having an enemy or frenemy. Because again, I feel like there's this understanding with the Libra of trying to balance everything out, is balancing your bases out emotionally, physically, energetically.
Late.
And again, if somebody's trying to hand you something, you're like, nah, I'm good. It's almost like somebody's trying to, they see you doing so well, they want to offer you, I don't know, like a steroid or something that can help you, you know, your performance even better. And you don't need it. You have it naturally because you've been working on it. Yeah, you're the Lord of the truth. Man, you guys, somebody also might have a daughter who's been going through a hard time and may have passed. I do feel like she has passed. She is no longer suffering. If there is something in relation to when you think of a daughter, if this is for the few or for the many, a daughter that has passed, that had a hard life, you know, just had hard, because I'm seeing, I'm gonna call it like a nun, but I don't really know. It's a lady figure, like a lady angel kind of figure coming through, and they have like a wrap around them. It could be like a guardian angel of sorts, but it's a woman, it's a female figure, and they have a star with them, like an actual star, and they came and got the daughter.
Shaman.
Is it a shaman? That's fine. The words are indifferent to me. It's a figure that is sacred. It's a sacred spirit. And when this daughter passed, she was able to release. Okay, so she is definitely resting in peace, and she is resting. If you haven't been seeing lots of signs or symbols from her, she is resting. She is resting and recuperating, and looking at her pieces and interactions, because I feel like when she steps forward with signs and symbols for you, so this other angel, sacred spirit, shaman, whatnot, has been sending you seeds for you to, if you're working through grief with it, but it's like on her behalf while she is recuperating and recovering, because she needs her rest. They understand that you might be crying a lot. Because she might have been like hospitalized or something like that. Or something might have happened in a school. There's some sort of institution. Yeah, she's building her strength back. Her dominion from the sacred spirit. I feel like you know who the sacred spirit is. And if this isn't in your scry story, thank you for holding space for somebody else to receive theirs. On the flip side, other rabbit hole, thank you so much. There it is. Okay, so these insights that you're receiving, when I said you were seeing something from a different perspective. Like you had an idea. You added your emotion to it. You added your emotion to it, but you're waterproof from like this concept of other people trying to like project guilt or something like that, or fake tears, or I don't know, just something in liquid form, even if it's invisible. But I feel like it could be in some way, shape, or form. The symptom of it is liquid. And so, yeah, even with the rubber boots, something about rain. Maybe it's raining a lot where you are, or you need rain, want rain. Somebody's really curious. That's
Watching
trying to,
you.
yeah, somebody's really curious about what you're doing and how you're doing it. I feel like it's somebody you know well enough that they would typically be welcome in your home. And if not, this is, yeah, with this exposed. If this isn't somebody you know, this is somebody else in some sort of kind of like a magic land or in the astral. And they are curious about what you're doing, so they try and like poke their nose in, but they can only get into like the doormat kind of space. But I feel like you're already aware of them, or you have an idea because they've been exposed, whoever these curious creatures are. And it's not bad that they're curious, but it's almost like because your initial conversation with them gave you some sort of insight and you didn't fall for it, and you have retained and maintained. It's almost like this is what they're trying to do. Okay, so it's coming back into that like sliding into a base, and you put the glove in the ball, and it's out. That you get to, like, you're out. They tried to do something. Nope, they didn't make it.
Only for you.
Yeah, because whatever it is, it's yours. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully this did inspire or irritate. If you haven't already, please do give it a like, share, and subscribe. Whatever this journey is that you're on, there is very much this ability for you to call in what players you want in your life, even if it's portions or personality traits or attributes or skill sets. And if there's other players that are curious, like, how is Libra doing that? Their curiosity could kill the cat type thing. All right, Libras, your final messages here closing out. Again, if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe. We must let go completely.
Stupid.
We must accept life on life's terms.
He told me.
And some days are definitely better than others. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this, Mama said. Yeah, there's an energy around you that is really curious how you are like superseding them. But it's their point, that point of view that you've let go of. You're like, I'm not playing your game. I'm learning my game, my skill sets, and where my energies are best placed for the overall balanced emotions, balanced bases. And you've accepted certain things. You're like, okay, I'm not going to get angry at checkers for being checkers. I've decided to play checkers. It's like, wanting to go out through the drive-through. You see that there's a lineup, and then so you drive into the lineup, and then you get angry because, well, it's taking too long, this, that, or the other. But you saw the conditions, you know the odds. It's weird to get angry. It's like, but you stepped into this space.
Crime.
You know? There's absolutely somebody that you're so focused on something, it's driving somebody else crazy. Oh, I'm going to leave it here. Libras, thank you once again for being my muse, for always teaching me something great, fabulous in this whole cycle, even with like 12-12. Like, it's on the clock. It's done. The cycle's complete. But they're holding on. Hold on for one more day. Yeah. I'm going to let you go. Until next time. Thank you so much. All the links are below if you help out grow, personal support, all that kind of great stuff. And until next time, I'll see you in March for a fresh ink blot. Bye. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this.
School.
Mama said.